Hey everyone, how's things? Really sorry I haven't uploaded in a long time. This COVID bullshit has had me feeling really depressed and not interested in doing much of anything, but at least for right now, I want to try and get back to uploading semi frequently. I've been wanting to address a particular topic for a long time now. I knew more or less what I wanted to say, but I wasn't sure how to put it into words. A few days ago, I came up with a term for what I want to address. I like to call it selective realism. We are seeing this a lot in gaming. For those of you who aren't in the loop, the Cliff Notes version is that angry women who are frustrated no man wants them have launched a coordinated attack on attractive females in games wearing revealing clothing. If they can't have nice things, then men can't look at nice things, even in video games. They hate men and are out to ruin all sex appeal in gaming. These harpies like to say that attractive women in video games amount to exploiting women as nothing more than eye candy and sex objects. For a woman in a video game to be acceptable, she can't look attractive or feminine. She has to be plain looking to reflect the average female. Maybe she's overweight or really masculine, like Abby from Last of Us 2. Ugh. She has to be in charge, she must never be dependent on a man, and she most definitely cannot have an attractive and feminine figure or be wearing revealing clothes. Meanwhile, these same hypocrites are perfectly okay with handsome, buff men in games with their shirts off. Go figure. So now that you know what is happening, let me tell you what I mean by selective realism. We play games to escape reality. Most games put you in scenarios which could never exist in the real world. Starship Captain, Mage, Dragon Slayer, World War II soldier, etc. In a world where nothing is realistic, anything goes. So why is it that in a given game we can have dragons, for example, but when it comes to the women, they suddenly have to be plain and representative of the average female? Hey gamer, look at this awesome fantasy RPG. Dragons, magic spells, cool quests. What? The women? Oh, we decided that we need to have realistic standards for how we represent women in video games. After all, we can't have anything pleasant for the male gaze in there. Fuck that. This is selective realism. Not caring about realism in gaming, except for when it comes to certain things. Video games exist to bring to life all of the absurd fantasies that we have go through our heads. There is no reason that these fantasies cannot also include unrealistically beautiful women. Why make a game where you don't give two shits about realism, and then when you're designing the characters, you suddenly care about realistic beauty standards for women? It's bullshit. For years and years, the cries of offended retards about the content in games fell on deaf ears. The industry constantly gave them the middle finger. Having no success influencing from outside, they infiltrated the industry, and now the woke bullshit is spreading like a cancer. Nonsense like this is the reason that Gamergate happened. It was a pushback against political correctness and censorship. Unfortunately, the movement wasn't successful. I think a big reason for this is because making a game is no simple matter. Games are made by teams of dozens and hundreds of people. You need to take into account programming, sound, art, music, writing, animation, and probably other things I'm not thinking about. Creating a parallel industry isn't exactly within reach of most ordinary people. Comicsgate, on the other hand, is seeing massive success. People who are fed up with mainstream comics are successfully crowdfunding their own works. A comic is a lot simpler. All you need is a few writers and artists. It's much more accessible to the average person. The only way the current woke industry will get the message is if we stop supporting them. We need to speak with our wallets. We need to tell gaming companies that we just want entertainment with no forced political or social justice bullshit. Maybe there is hope, though. A comic can become an animation, and an animation can become a video game. Perhaps instead of jumping right into games, ordinary folks just need to start small and work their way up. Raging Golden Eagle, a YouTuber I highly recommend, is getting ready to ship Blade Devil. Eventually, he wants to transition to animation and then games. All of that to say, stop saying that in the world of games, where so much is unrealistic, that women need to be plain and boring. We know what you're after. This thinking is driven by a hatred of men. That's everything. Thanks for watching.